Okay, how are we, guys? Welcome. Thanks for the subsurfs. Thanks for the fun time hanging out in Tombs' stream as well. I hope there's a bit more fun to be had there. I'm sure there always will be. Back with some more leagues action. I had one set I really wanted to get to, and it was next in line for Division D. So we're going to open up with that, and then we're going to follow in to try and catch up on all the Division H action that's been going on. So gonna be a fairly action-packed stream. So I think we just kind of crack into it, I say. So it's arena, so let's just start the game because we don't want to get too bored in Dark Age, although it is another Maxi set, and we're here with the Vietnamese. So we see Maxi versus BluePlayer10. BluePlayer10, a bit of a champion of the community, one of the hosts for AOE leagues himself, and does a lot of work to further the playing and ability of others. So absolute champion. Also my co-admin in Blue's Clues, self-plug. And we're going to Arena first, which is Maxi's home map. We have Maxi banning Hindustanis and Blue banning the Lithuanians. And as we see, standard Maxi forward with Loom. And Blue, he knows this is happening because if you go to his YouTube page, the first video he ever posted was him and Maxi playing against each other on Arena on the ranked ladder at 1100 elo, and now here they both are at 1450 to 1500. So Blue is aware of what's going on. Blue knows what to expect, and Blue's going to go about this in a methodical way. So the Teuton pick into the Vietnamese, I think, this could be a bit of a shame. It's not actually walled off. The Teuton pick is quite intentional. And the boar gate, no. And Blue, I think, is just going to get ready to defend. Loom has come in, so there may be an intention to punch this Vil at some point. Now, Maxi has just been pushing Deer to this point and is starting to get the macro set up. This is a bit of an awful lumber camp just situation for Blue. The map has really... Actually, Blue's not got any wood spawning in his base. This is horrific. This is absolutely horrific. This is actually... I would deem this worthy of a re. So that's actually quite concerning for me. So that's a good idea. You go to bed. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. And do we get the quick wall? Oh, shame. That would have been quite epic, actually. And Scout War over here. Blue with the early better engagement, trading the HP nicely. But does pull out, takes the extra hit, knowing the Vil was on their way. Okay, so this can be interesting. So Blue, Maxi, welcome in. Now, Maxi, I'm going to refer to my initial comments in the announcement of me being your caster, that I do not apologize for being a Blue player fanboy, but I'm super interested to see what this game's going to look like. You're up to your old shenanigans, and it's going to be a bit of fun. So Blue's pulled both boars in. Maxi's still with one boar to go, but this is how Maxi plays it, and shenanigans are afoot. This is just like, honestly, I'm trying to take my fanboy hat off. This is one of the worst generations of Arena I've seen. Completely walled, no wood lines accessible. It's actually quite horrific. I'm curious to see how Blue decides to go about this. Now there is a Vil coming out, so this could be interesting. Are we going to try and push this back? Are we going to wall this in? What's the plan? The first engagement here is important for Blue. And the HP, Blue is behind. And the Scout goes down for Blue, but the Vil is in a better position. And I think this gets pushed back a little bit, but not entirely. As Blue just not having the cleanest transitions here. And this is what happens when someone gets in your face and puts this kind of pressure down, is that you can't, you know, play your normal game. But only, or starting to idle the TC a little bit because we're housed. So it will be similar idle time. Oh, Maxi, no one can hold that against you. No, you honestly don't know the situation and what's been said. And I think the hard thing with Arena is Blue probably didn't really know the situation until it was way too late anyway. So it's not something that can be held against him either. It's just unfortunate this happens every now and then. As we see the deer going to be long distance and the Vil walking back. Maxi on their way up to the feudal age now, and we will see Vils go forward. And we'll see Vils go to stone, and this is all very standard for Maxi. Yep, excellent. I'm learning. We're actually milling the deer. Blue going for that little bit better efficiency, and Blue going to go 24 plus 2. Now, Blue loves Teutons as a closed civ map. I was thinking, you know, good defensive tower potential, etc., etc., but they're just a really good siege civ. Great boom, great economy, so will be interesting. I do wonder if this 25 wood will be important at any point in time. Maybe when it comes to affording upgrades and blacksmiths and everything. It's not a lot, but it can add up. And Blue on his way up with a 4 pop advantage. And this is definitely an FC play for Blue. Now, we've seen a few Maxi games so far. I don't know if Maxi's seen any of the casts. I think all your games are up on YouTube by now, though, so you can always just catch them there. I've seen quite a few different ways of trying to defend it. Mattia went full feudal, which actually worked out quite well. John Perkins did a fast castle and then bought a castle and kind of did everything wrong. And this is I've played Teutons before. I want to make sure I get this tower up. You can't rush it down. Maxi is showing a bit of an adaptation to the play. I like this. I really like this. And we are affording everything. So that wood isn't coming back to bite us. And here we go. So this is going to be a bit of a slower push, but Maxi's push isn't about killing. It's not about, you know, doing the damage in feudal age. It's actually about holding a forward position and map control. Now, normally Maxi's been punching this gate for quite some time, so it is in a higher HP position. So I really want to see Maxi actually go for the stone wall with the lower HP, but I think we're going to go for the gate. And Blue is probably just going to wall this position, dropping a defensive tower here to protect the gold. Actually, I really like this tower. And Blue on stone already, so there is potential for another tower to be dropped here. And it is going to take a little bit of time. So I think punching the gate, punching the wall is a little bit better. Unless you've got the damage done on the gate already, but we'll get in soon enough. And tower here. So Blue just needs to get a little wall here and can play tower defense, walling in the towers. And I think this will be a small commitment to feudal age for Blue. 2 towers investment to each player, so these are important things to look at, as the tower investment needs to be lesser from the defending player for them to be in the best position. And just going to get some walls down. Ooh. What was that? We deleted. What did Blue delete? That was a misclick, surely. Surely that was a misclick. Did he accidentally delete that house? Was that an intentional delete? Don't know. RIP homeowners indeed, Vermi. Welcome, welcome. And Blue is just gonna push the walls into this position. So happy to give up the space and gets the wall. Yep. So Maxi, where's Maxi drop this next tower? Because that's actually quite important. It's gonna be here. Ooh, no. Blue gonna rush it down, or is just going to garrison, I think. With Teutons, you can just garrison, you can put the extra vills in, you can make it quite tough. see good idle time from both players. So Maxy's transitions always been quite impressive. I have quite liked how Maxy goes about the macro behind it, and you can see this lumber camp already causing Blue a few issues. Blue just needs to get a couple of vills on gold and drop buildings, which is what's currently happening. We do need to see the market. Fletching should be in for Maxy. Maxy does get that early fletching. Blue, not really worrying about it, but can click for it. I think fletching would be a little bit of a mistake. And a forward archery range. So Maxy quite adaptive to the play here. I think Maxy will want a secondary tower. Blue's going to want to get up. We need to drop a market. We're dropping a barracks. Okay, interesting. Ooh, Vil diving. What's going on here? Oh, that Vil's in range. Oh, well done, Blue. Good recognition. Maxy's kind of got no chill, hey? He just jumps in, dives, gets a Vil there. I like it. Blue starting to float that wood. Needs that castle timing. Or possibly drops a... Oh, you can't really drop it there. But the archer's coming in. So this is a very adaptive play from what we normally see from Maxy. And this is actually quite intelligent, because this is going to cause Blue some issues. And Blue forced into a secondary tower. And now I think is the time to commit to fletching. Sorry, a tertiary tower. Getting the repairs. We are going for wheel. We still don't have our second building yet. And we have got quite a large wood float. I wonder if Blue thinks he's clicked up to castle edge. And yeah, Blue needs to repair this though. Blue needs to repair this. You can't lose it. Okay, that's actually fine because it's really hard for Maxy to push, and there's the market. And do we garrison? Yeah. No. We need to see this in garrison. Yeah, look, Vermin, I'm not... We know I'm not 1500 for good reason. And this is the Chutin tower defense. It's kind of brazen to be pushing in so hard against the Civ that's got the best towers in Feudal Age. But it's working at the moment. Maxy is starting to take a lot of space. And the market will go up, and we'll see a quick sell of wood or food. And I'm sure Blue will be up. Yep. And fletching is in. And now Blue can actually... if Blue gets this garrison, Blue's in a good spot. Well, the thing is, Vermin, and I don't know if you were here for my introduction. If you go to BluePlayer10's YouTube and go to the first video ever uploaded, Maxy Arena Tower Rushes. And they were 1100s, and this is quite a few years ago. So it's not the newest meta. And Blue's actually just happy to just have the tower. See, I think you need to push these towers back. You need Maxy to not be able to be in the macro position to get guard tower, because that's what Maxy loves. Yeah, tower rushing. This is the most adaptive tower rush I've seen, though. I do quite enjoy it. I myself am a purveyor of towers. I prefer poles because I can just sit and repair forever. I think it was as Vietnamese as well, if my memory serves me correct. And I think Blue's just overcommitted to towers and defense. If you're the defending player and you've made 7 towers now, versus the attacking player with only 5 towers, it's a really, really good position to be in as the attacking player in this situation. As we see a stable and a bit of stone wall. But these archers are well placed. And having forward army actually really critical and important here, as we see the deny of the stable. But fletching is going to be... sorry, Bodkin's going to be quite important here. Welcome in, Chris. Thanks for coming by. Enjoying seeing your games in action at the moment. Your sets are never long though. Which was good, because I wasn't keen on sitting out an hour on Sandbank yesterday, but was very intrigued as to how you would play it, and kind of played it exactly as I thought you would. I think maybe the other thing that's underrated for the Vietnamese Tower Rush is the Tower Rush G eco can get quite behind. Vietnamese ability to get eco techs cheap and fast, which we haven't done unfortunately, but the ability to do it means that you can actually hold quite a strong economic position. As we see Siege, which is the right move by Blue. Guard Tower is on its way in, and this is what Maxi does so well. Maybe what a lot of players don't understand is Guard Towers chew mangonels for breakfast. Guard Tower, you start hitting it back, and you're like, yeah, I've got this. You got a Vil underneath, repairing. You got a Vil underneath, repairing. Doesn't matter, that mangonel's dead. Guard Towers outstrip repair speed on a single Vil. You need multiple Vils, you need multiple mangonels. So this now becomes such, and this is why Koreans are so brutal as they are. As Blue with the John Perkins defense castle. Now, Maxi's aware that this is a possibility. See, that knight just got chewed up, and ballistics coming in. Knights aren't going to be able to run through like that anymore. Jeez, that is crazy. And we're going to see Maxi do his like traditional like 5-Vil castle. So now you have to understand this game is a race to imp. Where's the castle? He's bought the stone. Here we go. And the crossbow addition I really like from Maxi. Got a lot of value out of it. And Maxi knows. This is Maxi's game. This is Maxi's strat. 2 TCs, race to imp. Gets the eco in a position, and even if Maxi gets pushed back, we've seen that there is actually quite good macro behind to go into a bit of a late game post-imp stoush. Blue getting the farms up and running, and Blue's farming eco is a little bit disastrous at the moment. We do need to get onto that kind of 20 farm number. And as the shootings, it's easy enough to do. Good news is the castle doesn't currently range anything other than this gold pile, which was already out of range. And Blue being quite active with this scout, which is good. Not a lot of people have managed to get counter damage, and the way Maxi plays, counter damage is quite hard because he walls you in. But Blue does have the opportunity to delete a house and spread out. Vermin, quite a few people use that strategy. It's viable in terms of your time not being wasted. Thanks for the follow, Velcott. Appreciate it. Hola, care de pene. Hello, something about pasta. I'm sure that's wrong. Sorry, my, that'll be Spanish. Follower goal. I don't even set these follower goals, Vermin. Twitch just does it for me automatically. Twitch making me seem like a thirsty fella. This is interesting. We've cut in a little one-tile gap. Full feudal scouts. Yeah, it's... I guess, like, at some point in time, people will know what you're doing, Maxi. But I'm curious as to what the answer is against it, because I guess with full feudal scouts, you delete some walls, you can push things back. And then you can just dive the towers quite easily. But you're going to need bloodlines, you're going to need upgrades. Does the Mongol bonus kick in Feudal Age? I don't think it does. Oh, holy Ram City. Blue's actually, no. So, whilst everyone else sees this as a race to imp, Blue player does not see a race to imp ever. Welcome in, Crystallo. Blue is actually the happiest player to sit and defend in Castle Age that I've ever met. But Blue's macro is starting to get into that better position. Maxi has stayed in Castle H longer than I've ever seen. Maxi's normally kind of racing to Imp, and here we see the market abuse is coming into play as I say that. I think, and there you go, Blue is on their way up to Imps. This might be a capped ram push. It might not be a Castle Age ram push. So I think with the race to Imp, ooh, as we see the petard, oh, that was almost a Pog attack round. Are we going to petard the Mango down? No way. No way. No way. That doesn't happen. Yeah. Big shots. Blue has got exceptional Mango micro. I got into a Mango battle with him yesterday. Did not end well. Yup. And just sitting under the towers isn't going to be great for these 3 crossbows. Yeah, Maxi can't stop moving them for a second. So I think with the race to Imp, it's quite interesting because I still see you as trying to buy yourself time to get Eco to come into play. But I'm not 100% sure. And here come the Rams. So we've cleaned all the army, and the Rams are coming early before we hit Castle H. But the Vils can just punch this down, and the Ram on Ram action is actually not too bad. Yeah, so we need to pull back. Blue being very patient, and I think Blue has to be patient here. Because when you lose your patience against... Oh, petards... Oh, man, petards are so good against Rams. And then that Ram gets value. So we've lost 2 Rams for a lot, not a lot. And that's not going to take the castle down. I think we needed to wait for upgrades or... Oh! Now the Mangonel's in on the Ram action. And there's a Mango here. So this is really good defense from Maxi. Just as I was commenting on how good Blue was being with holding their patience, they lost it a little bit. Yeah, your castle killing the Mango actually did him a favor. And it's going to be archery range. So I think it's going to be skirm defense. Maxi grabbing the relics. And we're going to see Trebs. And this is where it gets difficult for Maxi. But not impossible. Or is it going to be... It should be skirms, not hand cannons. And you can see Maxi has the eco advantage. Has the res collected advantage. Good attack round. That was a really good attack round. Unfortunately, the Mango will die to the Ram. Oh! There was a... Hang on. Hang on. I'm pretty sure there was an attack animation. I just don't understand this game. Attack animations don't mean damage occurs. That's all I've ever learned. So, fortified wall, murder holes. Unfortunately, we don't have any of the defensive structure upgrades. I think, Maxi, you need to know this. Do Viet get hoardings? I don't think they do. Vermin, that's all I'm asking for. That is all I'm asking for. So Treb v Treb, Blue, now Blue just a little bit behind on that Treb production, because gold has been an issue. Getting this gold denial has been really good for Maxi. Hoardings coming in, yes, there's no architecture or the first one, whatever it's called. I always forget it. Masonry. So they're not the most paper thin castles in the game. The Aztecs win that, but they're the second most paper thin, and they get paper money, so. Whoop. Now, where's this second Maxi Treb? Oh, it's just sitting at the back, not engaging. So Hoarding's in for Blue, giving that HP advantage, having more repair vills, as Maxi said. And Blue has dropped a second TC, but it is under Mango Fire. Blue is out of stone, and is out of stone in the base. And this is where Maxi's just pressure on the front doing its work. We haven't got the second Treb out. You ride or die by the tower rush. But I think, unfortunately, for my my heart and my love for Blue Player, that this game is going to be going Maxy's way. I don't see a win condition currently with no gold access for the Teuton player. And the castle will stay up. Repairs on the trap. And GG called from Blue. So Maxy getting up. Maxy's now got 2 games on Arena in a row. So watch out, guys. I keep saying people are going to figure out strategies, but what's happening is the opposite. Yeah, the gen was horrific to defend and have wood. But Maxy, you know, Gen's hurt, but Maxy put the pressure on. I think Blue's allowed to be a little bit aggrieved there. The AOE god's not looking after him. But, you know, at the end of the day, Maxy's still got the job done. Chris applauding Eco behind the push. Chris, is that a bit jealousy, or is that a you know, a nod to a fellow aggressive player? So good game one there. As we just see, yeah, great 86 villagers getting that third TC down. Well played to Maxy. And you can't answer yes to a question with 2 opportunities in it. That confuses me. And we'll go to game 2, which will be on Blue's home map, Fractal. So if there's ever a map made for Maxy, it's Fractal, right? He's allowed to lane. There's no rules against it in AOE leagues. So there are other maps, but Fractal's definitely the one. I've been douched on Arena before, Maxy. Someone Sicilian douched me. So they douched my wall to get in because the TC goes up so quick, and then douched my TC. And I've also been like double douched. And Maxy going Viet again. So obviously Maxy just has given up on the actual rules of the tournament completely and just keeps going Viet. And Blue brings the boar in knowing that the lane is coming. Yeah, we're starting with a Maxy set biscuits, and then we'll be into Division H action. Or as I like to call it, a blue set. So I'm just curious, Maxy, can you fill in the blanks for me here? Is this just I'm gonna play Viet no matter what, or is this something that's kind of been like pre-discussed and approved? Like oh no, yeah, no, I know that's how Maxy plays. We've got no issue with it. It's more the Civ aspect that I haven't seen discussions on. He didn't ban them. Okay, I thought you couldn't repeat Civs. Once you played them once. I'll have to look at the handbook at some point. Or someone can do it for me because I'm busy. But we see Maxy getting the lame on. And laming all the deer. The boar is in, and we'll get the stone lame as well. And another bill going forward. But see behind this, Maxy taking the sheep, going to get to wood. Now, not going to wood out here, which is interesting. And I do wonder, and Blue not going to wood. So water's not going to be a part of this game. And I actually quite like coming down here for Blue. Just early knowing water's not part of the game. Viet into Persians. And Blue with the lane attempt. Here we go. Now, how does Maxy respond? Scout's got more HP, so should really not be an issue. I'm just looking to block rather than attack. Now, yeah, Blue can't go for the relane. The Scout HP is too low. But that's a good bit of chaos there. You may not repeat your Civ in game. Yeah, that was my point, Maxy. Okay, I do know the handbook. But, I mean, you're playing against the tournament host, and if nothing was said, then I suppose he's okay with it. So that's fine. So Maxi good to deny the lane and just going to go lame everything in. And that's why I think it's important that blue is going to take this position here and make it so that it's kind of protected here to here. And just long distancing the zebra, not a bad decision. There's still a bit of meat to gather. And the berries may be an issue. Yeah. It's interesting, Fractal, because it basically plays out the same. Like, the positioning of everything is basically the same. TC is always in the same spot. Water's always in the same spot. Extra resources are always in the same spot. So, like, when you're under pressure, even if you don't have anything scouted, you kind of know what's happening. You kind of know where your safe positions are. And the quick wall attempt. And see, blue player actually doing a really good job not to idle TC here. And Maxi with about a minute of idle TC, but having access to the full suite of hunt will be quite important. And blue getting loom and will be likely going up shortly. I mean, essentially, if you cut through this way, this gold and stone becomes kind of irrelevant. Blue going to berries. Has milled the hunt. There is a little bit more left, but I don't know if it's worth it for 60 hunt. And this is where the transition becomes quite difficult for the Persian player. And I think almost if you can get your transition to be... Oh, here comes the Vil. And blue sees it straight away. And I think... Oh, this is tight. And more Vils coming mean that this should be... Oh, no, disaster. Okay. And oh, blue has pushed one of Maxi's deer. Hang on, we got to watch this. This is pretty impressive. Vil fighting and stealing a deer at the same time. Look at this. As Loom's clicked, starts to... The Vil fight hasn't even started yet. We're just pushing deer. And does Maxi see this? Is Maxi going to like... Maxi sees this, but obviously thinks the scout surely he's not doing it. But that's pretty impressive. Then has the composure to see this Vil. You did not see it. No, you could have seen it, but your scout went back, so I was curious. But this is a Vil fighting and pushing deer from the opponent's base. Look at that. I like that. That's something I could never do. That's why I think there was a misclick here. But the Vil's presence alone was enough to push this back. And pushing it back was the important thing. Now, we do probably need to extend these walls out. Oh, imagine if the deer just reset now. That would be horrific, hey? Blue is channeling Maxi. Well, this is a famous map for blue, isn't it, Chris? As you well know. Famous for you, of course. But there was a cheeky little bit of crossbow ram micro in that game. Got the punters like me excited. I need Chris in chat for one of his games because I've got so many questions about his strategies and the way he thinks about what he's doing. So many questions. But we're focusing on Maxi and Blue, so I won't detract from them right now. So Blue's transition to farms is actually quite nice. I do like that. And with this slower uptime, I do think this is a bit more of a... Ooh, we're going to get the walls. Probably not. And Maxi, just with no chill. Maxi's like, I'm coming. I'm coming. Blue is 9 Vils up, and blue is... like, should be able to, like, actually quite nicely fast castle off this. So I assume... I actually don't know what Maxi's play is, because we haven't gone to stone yet. Is that what we're doing here? No, we're going to gold. So I think this might be archers. I do really like archers on this map. Yep, forward archery range. So I think Blue's got a decision to make as we abandon the archery range. No, misclick. Control group issue, probably. He knows that he can minimal investment protect this area and protect TC. So barracks comes down. So I think there may be skirm defense. We haven't scouted. We've still got our scout alive. Blue's done that really well. Has kept the scout alive. Has seen the gold, but hasn't seen the archery range because it's here. I think if you've watched Maxi games, you know Maxi has never built an archery range this close to his TC. This is about as close as I've seen a Maxi archery range. And it'll be 2 range archers. We're going to be a little bit light on gold for that. But Vils can just go to gold, so that'll be fine. And blue just chopping down here. 2 range archers versus 1 range skirms. Yeah. And then I think the key will be blacksmith timing for both players. And blue just looking to extend out and finds the veal with the H. Oh, that's good. Oh, who wins? Oh, the archers! The archers, Pog! Oh, they saved the 1 HP, 2 HP hero veal. Oh, look at that. Oh, that would have been heartbreaking. You dive your scout and then you don't even pick the veal. Alright, but we have confirmed it's 2 range archers, and we are on 1 range skirms. With the skirm production speed, they should keep up, and we are idling rangers. Actually, rangers are producing pretty nicely. We've got 6 on gold, which is almost enough to keep going until we get fletching. And there will be a skirm transition for our Viet player. The extra HP on these archers is actually quite nice in this situation, and the extra HP on the skirms will probably just push blue into a position to defend from home. But blue needs to, as blue goes armor straight away. Interesting. So it's 4 attack versus 3 defense. So armor literally doesn't change the archer attack or the skirm attack. So armor when you're playing skirmishes is not necessarily a mistake, but it doesn't offer any protection until they get fletching, and then it just nullifies fletching. So fletching first would have been a bit nicer if you ask me. And blue actually looking to commit to Butyl a little bit here, just with the better eco. Just thinking, okay, I can just ride this out economically and not push. Because look at that, still 1 second of idle TC time. This has been ridiculous. This Persian TC has been pumping non-stop. And that includes a mega lane as well. And going forward with skirms. Skirms, we're gonna have a tickle party here. There's not too many low HP Vils because the boars aren't here to do any damage really. We're having a tickle party, and this will be a defensive tower with a blacksmith as well. So it's not too bad. Good defense. Just red blobs everywhere. And holding the army at bay. So yeah, blue's position I really quite like at the moment. But Maxi is solidifying. And TCs, man. We just need to give TCs ballistics. Just do it already. The best counter to skirms biscuits is more skirms. And then you're playing peak AOE. If adding scouts into a skirm v skirm battle is cheating. But Maxi's just not been able to put any pressure on. 1 kill for this ball. Is he going to dive the TC? And actually, this could be an interesting battle. There is a HP advantage for the Vietnamese player here, but the mixture of archers in there just means that the bonus damage will be too much. So blue should just be able to clean this army up. And this is a good clean. And Maxi's not been able to get the damage. And do wonder what we're thinking here as we see scouts under the TC at the same time. Blue getting the first eco kill of the game. So a good couple of minutes there for blue, and scouts now patrolling around the ranges. And I think the macro, the farm count, everything looking really nice for blue. has just played this with a clear mind. It's just a very different to the arena game where I think the pressure from Maxi just got on top, as we see the Vil lead coming out on top here. But Maxi is the king biscuits, so let him answer. That's just my opinion, is that Skirm v Skirm is peak AOE, and you can't take that away from me. And Blue cuts here and walks around and goes to dock. Now, has Blue actually scouted out here yet? And Maxi doing the same thing. Man, these guys. And Blue just docking here. What's Maxi going to do? Now, fun fact for everyone. Wall this off. Even if you haven't cut through, if your opponent now makes a transport ship, they can transport into the back of your base. Yeah, wood on Fractal is such an issue. You need to get out here. And Maxi docking. I missed. What did I miss? Oh. Oh. Hang on. And, oh man, this is why TCs need ballistics. Okay. So Blue's push forward. Army is here. And Maxi notices the army and goes to dive the TC. Now there's one scam. Okay, so at the moment, Maxi's got no damage. Blue trying to wall Maxi in and, oh, quick walls. Quick walls. Oh, the market wall. But the market could go down. The HP on the market's actually quite important. The skirms are defending. Again, the damage is, yeah, getting the HP up there. And Maxi's just a little bit trapped, but has ungarrisoned TC and hasn't won this fight yet. Maxi, you did ask me to to watch this. Thanks for the follow as well. I missed that because I was so excited with the action. And at the same time, market walling back here. And Blue should be able to click up shortly. Should just be a force drop and click up. And then I think we're looking to go pretty much all in knights. That's pretty good range, vision from the Rangers as that gets cleaned up. That was good bit of walling to protect that area. And second Vil kill of the game. The skirms are just tickling everyone. And bloodlines, armor, Blue getting the forward. Is Blue just going to fish boom in Maxi's pond as well? There's no dock block dock, is there? No. But those, you know, Persian docks, Persian TCs, that eco. Now Maxi's actually up to Castle Age first. That's crazy. Half the eco units, but actually up to Castle Age first. So what is the transition going to be for Maxi? There's a healthy number of skirms around. We're going Archer Skirm. And Castle Age is in for Blue, not too far behind. Is this the starting scout? No, it can't be. No, we saw it die. Yeah. And fishing and sneaking his Vil. Now, the Vil can't get around. So you do, it's transport shippable. It's not completely dock blocked. But it has blocked the Vil from doing anything. And Maxi pointing it out too. Maxi pointing it out. I want points for foreshadowing that. I saw it happening. But good awareness from Maxi there. But you just see, yeah, Blue just in a superior position economically. TC gather point issue. Maxi quick to the fire ship though. And Maxi will get his first kill of the game. Eco kill of the game. And Maxi's probably like, what the hell? What's this fishing ship doing here? But Maxi will be quicker to the second, but I think is Blue producing from 2 docks? Yeah. And Bodkin crossbow. So it's going to be Bodkin crossbow. Blue's shocked that he was up second. Good bit of chat from the players. I do like this. And it's going to be a siege push. We're going to have some knights added in. We are going for elite skirm. And we're just patiently massing crossbows and skirms here. And Maxy's opportunity is here, right? It has to be timed perfectly, but the skirms are going back home. As Blue can see that they are garrisoned, which does make a big difference, and has won the little fireship wars. But we are dropping TCs, which is good from Maxy, as the skirms are just going to tickle the archery range. Forward siege in vision. Maxy can see it. And going to go hit that veal. And Blue has cut through and will start to boom at the back. And we'll start to boom over here as well. I was just going to say, no one's going here as TC gets placed. And 3 TCs from the Persian player. And this fish is really starting to add up. Just having that production, that food collection without having to farm. And Blue's got a lumber camp here. Nice. And here we go. Mangonel is on its way. Maxy's really good at being active with his army. That's one thing I've noticed across all these games. And just noticing that the skirms were hitting the archery range, pulling them out. But, oh, don't hit your own. Yeah. But losing the mango here, not great for Blue. And Maxy calls the GG, and that was both players trading home maps, which is, that's meant to be the AOE League's experience. Trading home maps is the way to do it. So, well played Maxy, well played Blue, both getting that win on the board.